Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gentleman. I'm Topher and I started this channel because I'm a fan of craft beers, but I'm also on a limited budget. So I wanted to demonstrate it was possible to enjoy good quality beers without having to break the bank. And the beers that I review on this channel usually come in around the $2 price range, and such is the case with today's selection. I actually paid $2.49 for a 12-ounce can of the Extra Dry Brut IPA from Anderson Valley. Anderson Valley is a California brewer out of Boonville. I'm not entirely certain where that is exactly, but I myself have sampled seven beers from Anderson Valley previously with an average score of 3.57. This IPA has an ABV of 6.8. Typically, American IPAs come in between 5.5 and 7.5. And it has an IBU count of 28. Typically, American IPAs come in between 40 and 70. Um, I don't have a brewed on date. I don't have a packaged on date. I don't have an enjoy by date on this. So I'm thinking it's within range, but I'm not entirely certain. Uh, the hop selection, according to the brewer, is Simcoe, Amarillo, Chinook. Moderately low bitterness, it claims it should have. Amongst the reviewing community, 6 of my friends on Untapped have given this beer a cumulative score of 3.50. 5,778 of us on Untapped have given it a cumulative score of 3.49. Beer Advocate has had 44 rankings with an average score of 3.73, overall cumulative score of 84, which on their scale is good. So there you have that. Um, this is a new variety of IPAs, as I've stated before, and I'm not going to beat the dead horse. You've all heard me say how much I would love for the American craft brewers to recognize varieties other than IPAs. But this particular variety of IPA, the Brut or the Extra Dry IPA, some actually just call it Extra Dry, some are calling it Brut. It's all a matter of preference. Brut means extra dry or very dry. Uh, and So I've been seeing a lot of these lately. I haven't, I think I've only had one. I think I had one from Ninkasi, and honestly, I can't even remember it that well. So I'm not really certain, honestly, how attuned I am to this variety or not, or this sub-variety, I should say. Because I know how I feel about IPAs. They're great. I love them. I'm just ready for something else to hit the market. So, going to be using my stone stemmed IPA glass. Going to go ahead and crack this bad boy open and start pouring. And at least at this point, guys, what you are seeing is about, I'd say, at least a shade and a half lighter than the actual color of this beer. It's actually a little more golden. This looks a little more bronzy on camera, but the color itself is a little more golden. That head seems to be fairly resilient. I don't see a whole lot of bubbles popping. I'm going to describe that as medium, let's say medium low carbonation. There's bubbles in there, but it's not like as effervescent as say a Pilsner or something like that. So actually I'm just going to say medium carbonation. It's not medium low, but it's medium carbonation. It is kind of hazy. You're not able to see through it any better than I am on the camera, or I'm not able to see through it any better than you are, quite honestly, is what I should say. Seeing a little bit through it as I hold it up to the light, but not much. Give it a quick beard wipe, see what we come across. Hops, that's for sure. Stick my schnoz directly in. I'm getting sort of a tropical fruit conglomeration of, like, say, pineapple and papaya and very, very, very fruity smelling, very fruity smelling, and I'm thinking that's the Chinook hops. If somebody would like to correct me, by all means, please do. But if memory serves, I think the Chinook have that super fruity aroma to them. Well, I'm going to quit yapping my flap and get to some drinking here, guys. Cheers. Okay, initial impressions. Um, I'm going to describe that as a low mouthfeel. Not a whole lot of spikiness to that. No, just the slightest warmness of alcohol burns. Just the slightest hint. 6.8 ABV. We're talking about mid-range for an IPA, an American IPA. It is very hop forward, that's for sure. I guess what I'm looking for is that extra dry finish, which I would expect from a brute, and I'm not really getting that. Um, it's okay. It's but it's not one for the books. It's an alright beer. But what did I say? Let me look at the scores again. 3.49, 3.5, good, not very good. Yeah, I've got to say I'm pretty much of the same mind as most of the brewing community. Um, it doesn't have the dryness that I was expecting. I've had much drier finishes on beers that didn't claim to be extra dry, and I don't know. I think a 3.25 for the beer itself, with an extra 0.25 for coming in a can. I think a 3.5 overall score for this beer is appropriate. I mean, it's good, but it's not. Yeah, and I'm not getting the dryness that I was expecting. I mean, I either like an IPA to have a nice creamy finish, um, and if this is going to be the alternative dry finish, then let's have the full on dry finish. I expect it, but I'm not crazy about this. In fact, considering it doesn't have the dry fit, I think it's going to go down. I think I'm going to give the beer itself a 3.0, and it's going to get the extra 0.25 for coming in a can. But that'll be how it gets its score. So there you have it. Well, guys, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, drink good beer and don't break the bank doing it. Cheers.